Hello, my name is Yves Francois. I'm the first ward councilman of the Borough of Roselle.
Hi, my name is Archange Antoine. I'm the president of the Roselle Board of Education here in Roselle, New Jersey.
We are here today to talk about the crisis going on in the Dominican Republic between the Bate people that work in the Dominican Republic from Haitian descent, that the DR passed a resolution in the Constitution where they're sending over 20,000 people back to Haiti. Archange been to the Dominican Republic where he did study the case, and then I think Archange can give us a little report of what he saw when he went there.
Yeah, like Yves said, I had an opportunity to go to the Dominican Republic. Most of you guys by now have heard about the crisis. If not, it's a humanitarian crisis happening right now in the Dominican Republic. And in 2013, the Dominican Republic decided to pass a law based on the tribunal court that said that people who were not descendants of the Dominican Republic prior to 1929, automatically, if you cannot trace your family roots or have a blood of Dominican blood, that you were no longer considered a citizen of Dominican Republic, which rendered hundreds of thousands hundreds of thousands of people stateless. You're talking about people who have no access to education, no access to services and health services as well. And this has also been a part of a larger xenophobia, you can say, or fear of those who are descendants of Haitians. And in my trip there, I went along with the National Haitian American Elected Officials Network. We had an opportunity to go there, and we had a chance to visit Haitians who were working at the Bates, which are some of the poorest places in the Dominican Republic. They work where the sugar canes are at. And we got a chance to visit students, we visited community leaders, lawyers, people who were in the trenches, as well as Dominicans who knew that this law was unjust, it was unfair, and it was a direct violation of all international laws. And in that time, it was just a very sad experience to see people not know where they're going to be the next day, not know if they're going to be kicked out of the country that they love, that they know, that they've been born and raised in. And so what is taking place is right now there's an international crisis happening, and different countries who are speaking out and saying this is wrong. And you just have a bunch of people who just don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. And as of recently, people said that they're being deported, but in actuality, you're talking about citizens of the Dominican Republic who are now being forced to leave their own country, and I believe the legal term is expelled. And so again, that's what's happening, and we just really want to continue to raise awareness, because this is a humanitarian crisis issue, but also it's also part of a larger picture of racial injustice. Everybody knows the Dominican Republic are descendants of African slaves, but as a result of different history and what's been happening in their history, the way they identify some of these people who are in Dominican Republic to expunge them or expel them is by the complexion of their skin. And so again, Yves and I, we're fellow Haitian Americans in America, proud to be an American. Also, my mom and my dad were from Haiti, and we just think it's important that Roselle knows what's happening in Dominican Republic. We have a large Haitian population here who are vested in terms of business owners, as well as students, professors, and just regular community leaders and churches here, and they also feeling the same sentiments that we're feeling. And we just thought today would be a great opportunity to share with the community that there are a bunch of lives at risk right now, and everybody needs to be speaking up.
In the light of what's going on in the Dominican Republic, we took some action as a Haitian elected official in the US and in a bunch of other non-profit organizations. So we decided to go in different states and cities to pass resolution to show where we disagree what's going on, even if it's an international crisis. We want the President Obama, Secretary of State to take action and then to denounce in the UN and the OAS to denounce what's going on. In the light of that, Roselle have passed a resolution to condemn what's going on. We have it done in New York. The city of Elizabeth passed it. Irvington passed the same resolution. And I think Archange been mostly at all those towns, and then we're working with the legislators to see if we can have done in New Jersey also. Archange, can you elaborate a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. One, we just want to thank the Mayor Danzero and the council, and we thank Councilman Yves for just taking the lead on this in Roselle, as well as we want to thank Senator Raymond Lesniak, who has been a champion for Haitian people for over a decade now. And he has taken his leadership in our district and gone out to Trenton to put a bill on the floor denouncing the Dominican Republic, as well as the human rights violations that they've made. And we're going to continue working with him and his office to raise awareness and to say that this is not a Haitian thing, this is a human being thing. And we all need to be concerned about when injustice happens, either here at home, in town, in the country, or anywhere around this world. Because again, if you can put yourself in their shoes, you can understand what it means to lose possession, lose opportunity, lose access, and be fearful where your kids are going to be the next day. And just a really quick background. I know some people are saying, well, how did this start, and why nobody's speaking out, and what is the government saying about it? And just being over there, just a quick background. What you have to understand is that there is an election happening in Dominican Republic, and this election will be taking place in June of 2016. Two of the candidates who are running for office understand that the people of Haitian descent are, according to the polls, one of the lowest poll numbers, meaning it's not popular to get behind people of Haitian descent despite what's happening in their country. So most of them have decided to stay silent on this issue so that it doesn't affect their poll numbers. And literally you have a Medina, who's the current president of the Dominican Republic. Every time he's pushed, he understands, I believe he has a good heart and he has a good will, but at the end of the day, I think elections is what's blocking this from moving forward. And you have another candidate who's running with him, again in the same party, Fernandez. Fernandez used to be the president in 1996, and he campaigned against anti-Haitianism and anti the countries coming together. That was on his platform. Fear tactics of saying that he doesn't want countries to come together in terms of Haiti and Dominican Republic. And so again, this is the birthing of the xenophobia, the fear of poor workers taking over the country, which is totally impossible. The country of Haiti doesn't even have a actually army to take over anything. But again, this is a fearful tactic that has been working, and as a result, a lot of elected officials have decided to stay silent on this issue in the Dominican Republic. Those who do speak up, and we've witnessed them who are in solidarity, they're called traitors. Why are they called traitors? Because they're calling, they say they love their country, they support their country, but the way we treat people have to be at the forefront. And so again, it's a very complicated situation. It's a very situation that is very polarizing on different sides. I think I speak for Yves as well. We want to make this clear. This is not a Haitian and Dominican thing. There are good Dominicans and there's good Haitians who are continuing to work together, and they understand that what is passed in the Supreme Court of the Dominican Republic is unjust and is wrong. But at the same time, this is people who have the capacity to do right in the Dominican government who have made a decision to stay silent. And this is what we're speaking about. They have the capacity to change the law back and grant citizenship and give back citizenship to the people that they've taken it away from. Even when you look at the Dominican Republic's Constitution in 1966, it actually said if you were born in the Dominican Republic, you are officially a citizenship. And what has happened is they've taken a small little clause that said in transition, you're not a citizen. That meaning if you were somebody who were a diplomat, if you had somebody who, if you were an elected official just coming on business and you had a spouse or had a baby, that would be the rule that applied to you. These are not people that they've actually worked in agreements with, who've been living in the country for 20, 25, 30 plus years, who've paid into the pension system, who've paid into their taxes, who have literally built businesses and built their homes and raised their kids in this country, and overnight, as a result of this unjust law, they've taken that away from the families, and not only taken that away, but also forced them out, what we call expulsion.
In the light of everything going on, we decided with the City of London, we want to thank Mayor Derek Armstead, who offered us the opportunity to come and march on July 18 from 12 to 2 in front of City Hall, where we're going to have all the Haitian elected officials in New Jersey and other states we may be traveling to, because there's going to be a march in New York the same afternoon. But in New Jersey, this is going to be our first protestation publicly, and then we want to encourage everybody that can attend on July 18 in front of City Hall. And then I know Archange is one of the leaders that reach out to different leaders in the different communities. Can you tell us exactly what's going on for the 18?
Absolutely. The 18 is only a small piece of what's happening all around the country. In Chicago, they're having rallies and trying to pass resolutions there. In New Hampshire, in Connecticut, in Massachusetts, in New York, even in Georgia and Florida. I mean, so this is really taking off. In Washington, D.C., they just really did something. And people all around understand this is wrong, and they're letting their voices be heard. And like Councilman Yves said, that when the 18th comes around, New Jersey has decided that we're going to be in solidarity with everybody else who are calling this unjust law out. We're going to be speaking our minds. We're going to be letting our voices hear. We're going to be demanding that this law be returned. We're going to be and if they are not willing to move, we're going to just be asking everybody not to invest in any country or any place that treats human beings wrong, like animals. And this is our stance. So on the 18th, 12 to 2, we'll be in solidarity with everybody else around the country. We want to thank Mayor Armstead again for his solidarity with us, and we want to thank the leaders who are coming from New York and all around to be a part of this. And also on the 23rd, Senator Raymond Lesniak is we're pushing this bill to be passed in the state of New Jersey. And if you are in the Trenton area, you can make it to the Trenton area. You want to make sure you come down on this historic vote in the State House. Again, we want to thank the office of Senator Lesniak for his support and solidarity with the Haitian people, and just with people in general who believe in human rights.
And then to finish, we just want to thank Tapinto for giving us the chance to promote exactly what's going on, because at the end of the day, we need the press to be there to understand what's going on, and then to broadcast the issue, because we don't want it to be silent. We don't want people to think why we're protesting. This is a really a criminal, we can call, because some people were born there. They don't even speak Creole or French. They speak Spanish only. And then now they're sending them to Haiti, where we don't have the right environment for them. So those people, instead of going to the camp, they decided to live on their own also. As of now, in the north of Haiti, we got about 20,000 refugees. And Haiti, as you know, just came out of the big earthquake, and then they're still on the rebuilding mode, and then they have some political crisis. So it makes the issue worse. And then that's why we're here as Haitian elected official in the United States, where everybody have the right and then to denounce what's going on in DR. Okay, what's your last word?
I just want to thank everybody again for their support, for the emails. Again, just continue to be out there. If you can join us on the 18th, that would be great. If not, reach out to your representatives and ask them what they're doing in reference to this issue. Obviously, we know there's a lot happening in our country and there's a lot happening around the world, but it does take a lot of energy to pick up your phone and reach out to your own representative and ask what's happening and send an email out. I just want to thank everybody who's continued to support us over the years, and we're just continue to just do what we will believe is right for our community, for Roselle, and for the future generation. Thank you.